Jamerson, Ballard. I am the host, and finna give it to you like how I'm getting it, man. Raw and uncut, man. Welcome. Come on in here, man. Have a seat, man. It's Monday, so we doing things on the day that we supposed to be doing things, you know what I mean? So I really don't like to date the show because by the time I get it edited and put out on YouTube, it be another day. I'm trying to cut the turnaround time down quite a bit, but I'm doing it all myself. No excuses. But I'm stupid, dumb ass busy, man. So we're gonna get right to it because I'm late getting in the show. I got shit to do after this. And like I said, man, we're gonna give y'all what you came here for, man. Some game, raw and uncut. And some more of it. Now, the title of today's show is Was the Great Escape an Inside Job? Now, you like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? The Great Escape? Allow me to elaborate. But first, the sponsor, the Velvet Tiger, on MacArthur and Reno, sponsored this segment of the show I like to call Is That Right? Is That Right? We like to give y'all a breakdown of some of the things that happened over the weekend, throughout the week. And one of the things that's biggest on the timeline is, first, we'll build up to that. Because that's the thing that I want to have that really hit, right? So first, though, there's a couple other things that are a little, like, they're kind of minor, but they still need to be addressed. It was like a Mexican Navy ship crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge. And I just don't understand what the fuck is going on, bro. What the fuck was they doing on there, man? Was they drinking too much tequila? Huh? How you ran into a damn bridge, man? Now, I don't really have much info on that. I'll have more as the week progresses, and I'll probably be able to address that more on this next episode if it becomes something that needs to be really addressed. It was just shocking to me. The last time we heard a motherfucker ran into a bridge was out there, I think, I want to say, I don't think it was Minnesota. Was it Minnesota? It was a city of a black mayor, though, or governor, though. And it was just like, what the fuck is going on? But I seen some footage of the ship running into, it wasn't really, it was like one of those things where, like, if you got a car or a truck that's like above the bridge height of the bridge you're about to run into, and it's almost like it was unavoidable after a certain point. It's like, damn, they about to hit that motherfucking bridge. And it's like, what do you oh shit. I can't, Whoever is driving that motherfucker is definitely fired, though. I guarantee you that. That nigga ain't got no job no more. I don't know how Mexico do shit, but, here you get piss tested immediately. And if your piss come back with some motherfucking powder in it or some heroin in it or something when you fell asleep at the wheel, the job gone, brother. The job gone. And if some motherfuckers die, your ass going to jail. You going to motherfucking jail. Tell him what he's won, Bob. A trip to prison. Fucking with Trump, your ass going to, is it not Venezuela? Hey, I think it is. One of the Venezuelan jails, nigga, your ass going to jail, man. Speaking of that, bro, I think if you niggas is out there still peddling dope, they're going to treat you like you're a terrorist, I think he did sign an executive order saying that if you are caught peddling drugs, you're going to be treated like a terrorist, and you going to, I forget what city that was. It might be Venezuela, but I think it's a different. Is it Argentina? Nah. Is it Argentina? One of them. Well, all the other the MS-13 niggas and the Trinity de Agua niggas went. That's where your ass is going. So hey, take Trump's advice, spread your hustle, learn how to trade, and we gonna probably do, like I said, I don't know, a financial literacy segment on the show at a certain point where you niggas can learn how to do something other than the wrong shit. Cause selling drugs is played out anyway. I don't know how who niggas is still selling dope. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure they're still crackheads. But that's got to be a dead hustle. Niggas is selling drugs, bro. I mean, definitely. I remember a stud and her girlfriend tried to sell me some weed one time. I just laughed. And this was like some years ago, but it was like, lady, I got my license to smoke weed. I'm not finna buy no street weed off of you. And I talked to, shout out to the barbershop that I went there. There was some niggas in there. They was mad at me about street weed. That's some of the best weed, like, bro. Why would I pay club prices? Why would I pay when I could just get it straight from the store? Bro, your ass is probably smoking motherfucking pesticides, nigga, because ain't no way. I mean, I'm gonna sell mine and get I mean, I don't want to be looking over my motherfucking shoulder, bro, in my rear view and shit, bro. That shit is played out. I really ain't trying to do nothing illegal like that, bro. I'm cool. I had to figure out what some of these transferable skills were. Took that. I'm still finna buy low, sell high, but I'm finna do it within the parameters of what's allowed. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, they legalizing everything. You can buy some pussy. You can buy, you got guns. And you can do all this shit, bro. It ain't no reason for you to be doing this shit illegally now. America's so up under it. They just said, fuck it. We gonna let the shit ride. You want to sell drugs? Fine. Like I said, up in Oregon, nigga, all the drugs is legal. If you want to sell drugs, go to Oregon. If selling weed is not on your list of shit to do, I'm pretty sure I don't know how lax they is when it comes to other shit, but you can sell drugs, bro. Just go become a pharmacist or something, nigga. That's drug selling. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's some other shit going on that is, I mean, to me it's serious because I don't really fuck with people that pimp their kids out. I don't fuck with companies that pimp on kids. You know what I mean? I'm saying that I'm still, doing this broadcast and I fuck with Apple. Because I heard that Apple be, out trying, they got kids in there doing the labor and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know how it is now. Hopefully they come back to America and have to do shit the right way where they have good old fashioned adults building their products. But I'm not mad if you you a certain age and you trying to get you some money. You a kid, you trying to get you some money. You made a decision to get you some money. You know what I mean? I had a job at, 6. You know what I mean? Changing the prices on shit at 7-Eleven around the corner from me over there on Southeast 15th. And you know what I mean? Like, it was like Curve Village, that apartment right there. I was right there in the turn. I had a job though. I was trying to give me some money. I had a nice bike, I had a BMX bike. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm having shit. You know what I mean? I gotta have something to maintain all this cool shit, even though I was in the turf. But that's not what I'm talking about here. This is some shit that went on. Okay, so let's just kind of start from the beginning. All right, so y'all heard that new that song "Boots on the Ground," right? I ain't really been fucking with it, but I've heard the song. Doing that 803 Fresh got a song out called "Boots on the Ground." They shot a video. In the video, they got a little girl on it. The little girl's name is let's just say her name is Miss Shirley. The Boots on the Ground baby. Cause I don't know, Miss Shirley. This little girl got too much going on. She's super cute though. She's super cute. she got a dance that she do to the song. I mean, she all over TikTok. I mean, but it's like, it's a little too sassy. It's a little too, for her age. And it's like, what is the appropriate age to have a kid doing shit in Hollywood or in the media and all that shit? Because I got a little girl, man. I'm not really trying to have her go through that shit. I want her to enjoy her childhood. I don't agree with how this shit is going on, right? But the mama gotta be condoning this shit. I mean, the little girl twisting her hips, shaking her ass. I mean, she don't even got no ass. She got what did you got when you 3? Like a tush. She had a tushy. She's shaking her tushy around with probably some pull-ups on up under that motherfucker. Sticking her tongue out, waving her hand around, shaking her fan. She just doing, I mean, she got the dance down pat, but she got it down pat like a 30-year-old spot got it down pat. She shouldn't really be on it like that, man. I feel like, is her mom pimping her out, though, is the question. You know what I mean? Is that inappropriate? If y'all disagree with that, leave it in the comments, man. And, I mean, we can discuss it further if that's what y'all want to do. I personally, I don't agree with how that shit is happening, man. You see all the Disney kids and how they kind of going through shit now. When they were stars as children, Orlando Brown still fucked up. I don't even know if he really fucked up. I mean, he probably just acting, but he fucked up real good. Brave Simone's another one. She kind of off. The Olsen twins, they kind of off. It's the one dude from fucking, is it the Goonies? And he out here basically pimping. He been touched on and shit. I mean, this motherfucker been touching on. This motherfucker's out there lusting after that little girl, I'm pretty sure, bro. I mean, probably some grown men. Yeah, it just shouldn't be put out there like that. I heard somebody say that you shouldn't have your baby online because there's people out there like taking your kid's image and putting it on, like, maybe using AI to create child pornography with it. You know what I mean? So it's dangerous, it's weird, it's crazy out there, man. And it's just like, I had a phrase that I came up with for niggas that be probably, because it was like, I mean, this is kind of on topic, but it was weird how, I mean, some of these other countries, they be fucking kids and animals. But what kind of nigga fuck a animal kid? It's like, it was a story about a dude that was walking up to like a male donkey. I think this might have been, I don't want to shit on Mexico, but it was maybe a Hispanic speaking country down that way. And he walked up, donkey fucking, I mean, they have animal shows and shit out there. I don't know if y'all know about that. You know what I'm saying? It's not even kind of, it's weird. Listen, they be having donkey shows where the donkey be fucking people, like women and shit, but this particular scenario of donkey was being fucked, a male donkey at that was being fucked by a dude, a human dude. And the donkey, my thing is, why the fuck, what would make this nigga brave enough to walk up on a male donkey and not be afraid of getting his motherfucking chest kicked in? And you know what was brought to my attention is that these niggas is grooming the animals at an early age while they small, where they don't know no better. And I was like, damn, bro. If I had to come up with a phrase for that, because I didn't want to, but I was like, me being silly, I'm like, what kind of nigga is a homo beastie foul? A homo bestiata foul? No. You grooming animals, male animals, so that you can fuck them, bro. Man, look, that was probably something I was supposed to be brought up later in the show towards the weirdo of the week portion. But it came up now, so nigga, you're gonna have to deal with it. But that's I don't want to see that. They regulating. I mean, they making like fucking children and animals like more normal, or they call them child lovers. And then, you know, it was a story about a dude fucking an animal. I mean, he married this motherfucker. I mean, I don't think he married it on this particular scenario I'm talking about. It was just a dude whose wife died. He got caught fucking his sheep in the backyard for like, he was fucking it for like 10 years. But in a minute, it's about to be where it's not even finna be against the law. Motherfuckers is fucking dogs already, marrying dogs and shit. But all of this is in that weird ass class of weirdness, you know, that LGBTQ. And I'm not against the people as it is the what they do to continue to have a pool to draw from is not, you know, because after a while it's like, you know, it should really be no more homosexualism if nobody is being touched and weird. But they touching. They was probably touched. I mean, I don't know if I subscribe to the fact that they was born like that, bro. It's just like, but this is the kind of shit that brings it out. Parents, please keep your kids from doing crazy shit like that too early. I don't want my tongue licking out none of that shit. I don't want no weird ass motherfuckers doing shit with her, to her, trying to look at her crazy. It's because we don't even want to talk about it. At any rate, that happened. But the thing that tripped me out the most, I mean, was this motherfucker's 10 inmates didn't escape from a prison in New Orleans. Not 3, not 5, not 7, 10. 10 motherfuckers that got away. It's supposedly 900 cameras at this place. And the question to me is, was this an inside job? It damn near had to be. And the motherfucker that they was interviewing, nigga name was Major Silas Phipps Jr., which it looked like to me he was a brother, and I don't understand how motherfuckers don't understand that. It's like they got a black person in place just so they can have them be the scapegoat for whatever dumb shit is about to happen. From now on, I want a lot of you niggas that's fiending for a title. If you ain't feel like you're getting the respect you deserve, I need you to think critically before you accept a position that you might, I don't know, you feel like you might deserve the respect. It's going to garner you the respect you deserve because you haven't really been getting it. You've been working there some years and years and years, and you've been aspiring to be. If that shit just come all of a sudden and landed in your lap, I want you to take a second and think about why the fuck they offering you the job. Not to say that you don't deserve it, not to say that you don't have the skill set, not to say that you can't do it, but it's like, if there's capable white counterparts that can do the job, but they skip over them to get to you, you might want to ask why. And I don't think that's wrong for you to wonder, why the fuck is they offering me? Yes, it comes with another $10,000 a year. Yes, you might get to make your time, like, you know, you get to be off as much as you want, come when you want to be on salary, whatever the fuck you think is a good perk for that. But ask yourself, what are the downsides to this whole thing? What do I stand to lose with this? And I guarantee you, if you think critically long enough, you'll figure it out. You about to get played. This nigga on camera looking dumb as hell. Like, man, it's 900 cameras and it's just, we understaffed. What that nigga said, we understaffed, we underpaid, and we underfunded. Okay? So you accepted the job knowing that you fight a losing battle. It's like almost like this nigga was saying, like, I mean, the escape was bound to happen. Listen, man, these inmates, some of them inmates is rich in there. They got stores. They got money being generated. They got motherfuckers holding bread. They selling drugs in there. They got bitches that work for them in there. They got motherfuckers coming to get jobs to be, you know what I mean, in these positions. And they all working for one or two of them niggas in that prison. Even the warden. They'll look over some of the shit this nigga doing because he's paying them probably as much or maybe more than their own salary is on the side. And that motherfucker is basically running the prison. Motherfuckers like Griselda Blanca and shit like that, they criminal enterprise don't stop because they got locked up for real. Now, they might be slick enough not to be doing this stuff, but these motherfuckers is not tripping off them having cell phones and shit in there. Because, and they selling drugs in there. They paying these niggas these kids college tuitions and buying these niggas boats and shit. They can't afford that kind of shit on their salary, man. They ain't paying motherfuckers enough to keep the cheat off of them, man. That's why it was nice that in Oakland they started paying the police officers, or they went bankrupt trying to pay their police officers because they really don't want the motherfuckers accepting no bribes, bro. You got to be able to pay these people the right money, man, to keep them motherfuckers honest, bro. And anyway, 10 motherfuckers getting out of prison, it looked like they had help. They looked like they had help. I don't know how the fuck they got through that. It's like if you see how the toilet seat was moved, the toilet was moved, it's like a whole wall. It's been cut back there, pipes been cut and shit. They had some help. And the nigga that was supposed to be watching the cameras just so happened to walk away and go eat why this shit was happening simultaneously. Like, come on, bro. And no, Silas, he ain't had no poly, bro. He in front of the camera just looking dumb as hell. Him and the black chick behind him, they both looking like, she might have been Hispanic. I don't know, but they like, yeah, it's your fault, man. Even if they got 3 motherfuckers suspended right now because of this shit and pending the outcome of the investigation. I think they apprehended 3 of the motherfuckers out of the 10. So it's still 7 motherfuckers. Some of them are murderers out there still running around trying to figure out where the fuck they gonna go and try to keep themselves out of prison probably for life. And it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like it's all about money. So but they don't necessarily believe in paying the people that's over the facility appropriately to keep the cheat off of them. They more worried about profit margins. And if it's a private owned prison, they probably in there keeping motherfuckers in prison longer than they should be just so they can have the head count so they can get federal, kickbacks and shit like that, man. So it's just the whole system is corrupted, bro. And I don't know what needs to happen as far as that. But I do know that if you decide that you want to be a prison guard, you need to understand that you are probably going to be fighting a losing battle, especially if you're trying to be on the up and up in that place, bro. I had this discussion with somebody I care for very dearly. And it really should surprise you if you go into that, and find out that 70% of the staff is on the tape for some inmate inside, including the warden. You know what I mean? I've seen movies about this shit where they have little underground fights and shit going on in there. Anything to, get some side money. They about that. That's why I don't watch sports right now, because the shit is rigged because of gambling and shit. I mean, I seen that the Oklahoma City Thunder then beat, who was that? Damn, who did they play? Oklahoma played, was it the Denver Nuggets? At any rate, they was probably supposed to sweep them, but they waited and played the whole thing out 7 games. It was like they're gonna win the 6th or they're gonna bring it home on the 7th. And I told somebody that they're gonna make sure they play all 7 games, bro, because they're trying to squeeze every drop of funding out of that shit. It's about the money, man. It ain't even about whose team is the best no more. I don't think. But that's all I got for Is That Right? Next up is a segment I like to call Celebrity Spotlight. And on Celebrity Spotlight, first of all, Celebrity Spotlight is brought to you by Kicks, the urban shoe brand, brought to you or developed by yours truly. And it's an urban streetwear brand that you would love if you just check it out, man. On my, I'll leave a link in the description. Go to the website. You can order your pair there until I get some physical pairs put out here. You can order whatever size you need, man. It's I'm better than you shoe, basically. So it's leather. It's you know, it's a little over $2 a pair, but it'll be worth it. So check that out. But first up, we got. Let's see, how should I cook this one? Now, last week I was supposed to talk about this, but I got on with my bro Madison, and I don't think we talked about it. But Tory Lanez, right? Tory Lanez was stabbed up like 14 times in prison by a Hispanic inmate, and it looked like Meg Thee Stallion ass is lying ass bitch, because once bruh got stabbed up 14 times, the bodyguard, I guess, that been lying for them came out and said that, you know, Tory Lanez is completely innocent, bro, and I think he might be getting out. I don't know when. I don't even know if it's actually going to happen. I mean, I'm hearing right now that he's in stable condition, so he didn't die, which is fortunate. God bless him and his family. I mean, his father seeing his pops out there is caping for him, like, you know. And I honestly thought that it was like a hit. Everybody's been saying it's a hit. But you know what really is, and I heard this earlier from that nigga Sharp, and I guess Sharp, the pimp, heard it from his neighbor, who I guess is knowing people that, you know, are in that Tehachapi prison system as far as guards or something. But apparently, the nigga was stabbed over cell phone activity. Apparently, Tory got a cell phone. I guess he was letting the Hispanic inmate use to call his woman. And I guess he was trying to tell the cellmate or inmate, not the cellmate, but the inmate on the floor, I guess, that he can't, his girl need to stop calling his phone. He can't have her call. Because, you know, it's highly illegal to have a motherfucking phone in there. You can get a lot more years put on top of your time if you get found with the cell phone while you're in prison when you're not supposed to have one. So that was probably the thing, like, man, she calling me at weird times when really, I mean, all you can really do is put the motherfucker on vibrate. I mean, not vibrate, turn the ringer off. But at the same time, bro, that shit probably drain the battery. I don't know how the nigga charging the motherfucker. Maybe he don't have access to a charger like that. And, you know, she keep calling and shit. And like, when I talk to Hector, and, you know, he told Hector, he's like, look, Hector, your girl can't keep calling my phone, man. I can't keep letting you use the phone, I guess. Hector took that as disrespect and got with that nigga early in the morning before breakfast and stabbed him 14 times in the side of his head and the back and all this shit. And it's crazy how that shit worked, because now because of that shit, look, ain't got good. Now he done got stabbed up. Matter of fact, it almost died, and then it's, you know, now the nigga, it took all of that for these niggas to come out and be like, oh yeah, that's right, man. Matter of fact, brother didn't even do that shit. He didn't shoot. So who the fuck shot the bitch in the foot? And why is she lying on the nigga? I mean, it's bad enough the nigga got hair plugs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, now the nigga gotta do time. He gotta do however many years he did just to find out that he ain't, I mean, he already knew he was innocent, but boy, this some cold shit. But y'all better watch these females, bro. Watch them, bro. I had some nigga try to get at me yesterday when I was talking to on my homeboy's space. Man, the principals had a space, and I said something that I guess it triggered this one clown. He was like, yeah, you know, women ain't just, you know. It sounded like the nigga was hurt because he had just lost his mama, and, you know, now he got women on his pedestal all over again. And I get it. I lost my mom too, bro. That shit hurt. I'm not happy about that. I don't feel like women are less than. I'm just saying, you gotta understand what kind of game is being played, bro. Some of you niggas is getting played, bro. Most of you niggas is getting played. That's that, bro. Next up, Prince, man. I don't know how they got this man back. I mean, the Diddy trial. I'm tired of this shit, man. But apparently, Prince statement in there somewhere that came back from the grave to bite this nigga Diddy in the ass. And he got some shit that was supposed to, I don't know. It sounded like they were saying that this motherfucker, P. Diddy, might have had something to do with this nigga Prince getting killed. Because he was trying to keep whatever Prince had to say about this nigga under wraps, bro. And I'm not one to spread any of that shit. I'm just saying, like, this motherfucker is literally dangerous if that's the case, bro. Because anybody that has something to say about this nigga he didn't like, bro, they end up damn near then came up dead, nigga. And he ain't on trial for some bullshit. Now, I don't think he should be on, going to prison for life for being a freak. But, nigga, that murder shit, that nigga was... There's so many motherfuckers that came up dead fucking with this nigga, bro. I don't know how many motherfuckers to really... And now Prince too. Prince, apparently he was doing the freak off parties at Prince's house at first, and then Prince, don't really fuck with the nigga like that. Heard about what's going on, recorded some of the shit, and was about to do, about to expose the nigga about some shit. Then Prince all of a sudden came up dead. Now, that nigga Jamie Foxx damn near came up dead. He was saying that, I think I heard something about him. P. Diddy have something to do with that. I'll be sure damn near came up dead. That might have been something to do with P. Diddy. The nigga, I'll be sure his baby mama and P. Diddy baby mama, she dead. Andre Harrell dead. I guess he was sucking Andre Harrell's dick to get his motherfucking label with Bad Boy, but that nigga dead. Maybe he didn't want to have to do that shit. Craig Mack dead. They disagreed. Tupac dead. He tried to have Tupac and motherfucking Tupac and Suge killed. And he looked guilty as hell. Like Biggie didn't know what the fuck was going on. They interviewing Biggie and he just in there looking stupid as fuck when they was bringing up Tupac getting shot. Tupac wasn't stupid though. That nigga just had something to do with Tupac getting shot the first time and getting killed. I'm just allegedly. I seen this shit on Swamp Stories and I was like, damn, they tied that shit in. Like, I'm pretty sure that, I don't know, bro. You know how motherfuckers be. But the nigga baby mama, I don't know if Heavy D, I'm like, damn, this nigga is a fucking serial killer and they got this nigga on trial for grabbing bitches by the pussy. And Cassie ass ain't finna go to prison and she was helping to do the shit. I guess they saying that she was coerced into it, but that bitch like getting pissed on and snorting powder and money. I think the bitch was trying to steal from the nigga. That's why he kicked her ass at the motherfucking elevator. But it's not cool. But you done tried to steal the nigga money and shit. He found your ass. But it's just funny that these are the least of the things he done. This nigga done probably got away with some heinous shit. And they tripping off this bullshit. Ain't that this how life be? You done did some murderous shit. You an old motherfucker. They got you in jail for some shit. For stealing your memorabilia back or some bullshit. Like, boy. Anyway, that took me for a little bit. Prince though, Prince's sister looked like she was sad. He was like, yeah, man, these people she was surprised when the nigga died. Talking about he told her 2 years before he died, there was motherfuckers after him and shit. Anyway, man. The last thing on the list and the craziest shit I heard this week on Celebrity Spotlight is, you want to be a boss? That nigga Boss Man D-Lo, man. Boss Man motherfucking D-Lo is on the D-Lo with a nigga named, a transformer nigga named Timmy Bansom. Not handsome, but Bansom. got allegedly got a text thread with this nigga talking about, yeah, man, like, you know, I mean, a nigga told the nigga he was a nigga. He's like, oh man, that's misleading, man. But I'm glad you kept it real with me, man. And then the nigga kept talking to the nigga. He kept talking to the nigga, kept trying to meet up with the nigga, and was like, I guess the nigga ghosted him. Timmy ghosted him or something. Like, man, you ain't trying to be down. You ain't real. You ain't trying to, you know what I mean? Like, you just want some money. He's like, bro, you always, Timmy, I guess talking about nigga, you ain't talking about shit but some SEGs. SEGS. You act like we can be out with each other in public and shit. Like, bro, these niggas is wildin', bro. Wildin'. But that's the kind of shit that keep me from listening to niggas' music for about 2-3 years till I get to know what kind of nigga they really is. I don't give a fuck how good your music sounds. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, you wanna be a boss? This nigga wanted salad tossed by a nigga. And I'm not surprised, bro. I really ain't surprised no more. All I can do is shake my motherfucking head, man. I don't know. That's all I pretty much got for Celebrity Spotlight right now, man. The next segment I like worldview, man. I really don't got a lot of worldview, man. I'm pressed for time. But I did hear that it looked like Trump is now not fucking with that nigga Netanyahu, which is the prime minister of Israel or whatever. And he put a green light on the nigga, man. Netanyahu, man, he's a war criminal. All the people and shit that he did, all the war crimes he committed. That's why he keep trying to have the motherfucking war go on, because if the minute he stop, his ass is dead. They finna hang him. And Trump been placating it for a minute, but I think he done got sick of that nigga and he ain't fucking with him no more, and he ain't gave them motherfuckers permission over there to not, I mean, you know, he ain't give them permission to bomb, but they was like, can we bomb Israel? And he was like, I don't care. I mean, he done went to Qatar. They done offered this nigga a motherfucking Boeing jet, a $400,000 Boeing jet. And, I mean, they basically doing that to get the motherfucker off their maintenance and shit. You know what I mean? And they might get some perks out of it, but they do need another Air Force One plane, and I don't know if he accepted it or not. Again, I don't know. I wouldn't accept no motherfucking bribes, but they nigga went over there and secured about $4 trillion worth of business or some shit like that. I mean, and like, I don't know however many billions, is 4 billion of it is Boeing or something like that. They're going to get a contract with Boeing going. And look, good luck, man. Cause hopefully Boeing tighten up, cause then they ain't really been about shit, but that's pretty much all I got for worldview, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen to Netanyahu. We probably get his motherfucking cat peeled, but that's pretty much all I got as far as that. The next thing I like to call up is don't be a weirdo. And on today's segment of Don't Be a Weirdo, there's a former choir teacher at Choctaw High School out here in Oklahoma named Samuel Melton. And Samuel Melton is our weirdo of the week, because Samuel used to be a music teacher, was out there, you know, fucking around with the students and shit, flirting and phone numbers, and I think he actually admitted to having sex with one of the students, man. Now he's being sued for like $25 million for engaging in a sexual relationship with a student despite previous warnings about his conduct. Motherfucker been warned constantly. Hey man, we hearing that you been fucking with the kids. You have an inappropriate relationship with the kids. You texting one of the bitches. He's texting one of the young ladies. And you doing too much, man. And then this motherfucker said, all right, he weak. He couldn't take it. He had to have some. All these green bananas, he had to have one. Like, they not ripe yet, man. You playing in the minor leagues, bro. And you are recruiting minors and you in the majors. Why are you doing that? You can't get a woman your age. That says something about you, man. If you can't fuck a woman your age, or at least of consenting adult age. I mean, there's some states, if you like 15, 16-year-old, I'm pretty sure it's a state where you can go fuck a 16-year-old. Maybe it's Alabama or something. You can go out there and teach. And you can fuck with a student that's not in your school. And that, I'm not cool with that. But if that state is allowing it, and 16 is, if they say that you can consent at 16 and that state allows you to do it, go one of them places, bro. But you doing wrong. You doing the wrong shit. I'm like this, bro. I'm wrong. I need somebody that's not that young. Me personally, I need somebody that's at least 24. And that's young as fuck for me. I'm married, I'm good, but I'm saying, like, you got to be grown as fuck. Out of school for real, like in adulthood. I mean, I would love for it to be a virgin, I guess, but I just don't need no immature ass person who don't know what they're entering into when they fuck with a real one, bro. You gotta understand it. It's other motherfuckers out there, but you're not gonna find another nigga like this one. So, but a lot of motherfuckers don't have that kind of confidence, and I guess Samuel Melton is not one of those people. So yeah, he's our weirdo of the week. That nigga's out of here. And next up, we got a segment I like to call Who Got Active. Now, Who Got Active is sponsored by my fragrance called Acquisition. It's a unisex fragrance. Get acquired. Okay? Get acquainted with Acquisition and get acquired. Now, body cam footage of Rodney Hinton Jr. has been being transported to prison is now surfaced online. Now, this is a little bit old, but I couldn't fit every active individual of the week on last week's active, who got active. But this dude, to me, is a special kind of hero because, you a man in blue, right? You're an officer. And so they have their own code. But to me personally, you black before you an officer. You are black before you are anything else. And this man understood that. He stood on business on the elevator with Rodney Hinton Jr., who was the nigga who just ran into another police officer, off-duty police officer, because his son was killed by a police officer. And on the elevator with 3 Caucasian officers, this man was on there, and they was probably about to do that man some harm, but this officer would not leave his side. Now, I have not found out this man's name, but he is our activated individual of the week. If you YouTube officer on elevator with Rodney Hinton Jr., he'll come up. I have not found out his name, but if y'all found his name and you know who he is, y'all send me his information, or let me know what his name is. By the time this airs on YouTube, I'll put his name out there, man, and we get him some recognition because he is our activated individual of the week, man. Salute to you, sir. You're a real hero, man, because who knows what kind of scrutiny he finna be up under now because that's his job. I'm hoping he all right because, he do some shit that's unsavory. If they try to put something on him because he decided to do that, he just gonna be on his own. Because I'm pretty sure there ain't a lot of blacks in that field. But he decided to do that, and it took a special kind of individual to do that kind of shit. But that's pretty much all I got for, R&R this week, man. I hope I've helped somebody and y'all were not just entertained but edified by this episode, man. And I'm finna go and get to where I gotta go, but y'all have an excellent week, and this is Jamerson Ballard signing off.